Welcome to BioClass. Today we will do phylum Aschelminthes. Phylum Aschelminthes, also known as Nematelminthes, and the members of this phylum is known as Nematoda. Okay, so they are the body here of the Aschelminthes is circular in cross section. Hence, they are called roundworm. It means that if this type of worm is there, this is the worm. If the cross section is there, this cross section it looks round shape. Cross section look round shape. So this is Aschelminthes. This is Aschelminthes. Previous we have seen that worm looks like this type, and its cross section it is flat. So this will be Platyhelminthes. Okay, flat worm. So this is round one. Okay. So they are maybe free living, aquatic, terrestrial, parasitic in animal and plant, in human being also. Roundworm has organ system level of organization. The organ systems are there. They are bilateral symmetrical, can cut in single plane, triploblastic, having three ecto, endo, and the mesoderm layer, and they are pseudocoelomate. Again, I'll discuss about that. Already it is discussed. Pseudocoelomate animal. Alimentary canal is complex with the well developed muscular pharynx. Now, one after another that we enter inside of it. Okay, one of the important characteristics that Aschelminthes shows, that is at auxetic growth. Look at here, this auxetic growth. What is auxetic growth? Auxetic growth, it means the growth by increase only in cell size but not in number. Okay, so suppose cell size is here. In normal multiplicative growth, we know that the cell will divide. One cell will divide into many. So one cell into two, then 4 cell into 16, like that. That multiplicative growth. But here it is auxetic growth. This animal, this group of the animal can show that they are growing, but the increasing size of the cell. This 4 cell remain 4 cells, but the size it looks like of the many cells. So this is called auxetic growth, and it is shown by the Aschelminthes. Okay. In this phylum, that the members, the sexes are separate. Dioecious. Sexes are separate, and not only that sexes are separate, that male and female. Look at here, male and female, they are distinct. It means that it is called sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism, does it mean? It means that male and female, we can understand by looking its external appearance. From the outside we can understand. You know that there are many organisms that we can understand that male and female. Suppose fish. In case of fish we cannot understand, but some other animal can understand. So here we can understand that this is male, because male typical one structure is there, which is coil, and the female is much bigger in size in male. Look at its other body design. The reproductive organs occupy the maximum part of the body, whereas the ovary, uterus, vulva, anus, this part in case of female it is there. In case of male, that testis is there. Then after that, the one certain copulatory spicule. It means that for the sexual reproduction, that and the sperm duct also there. Now, if we see its other part, that pharynx is highly muscular pharynx. Here it is some excretory pores are there, so in different diagram we can see this areas. This areas is just very important. Look at here, this areas, the excretory pores are present. Here one structure is there which is called renal shell, which is responsible in this function, and the excretory duct also there. So involved in excretion, some specialized organ it is. So these are there. So look at here, this is the pharynx region of it, and here is the excretory pore. Excretory pore it is present. You can see here when sleeping, the female is much bigger in size, and the male also here. Now, so we know that the Aschelminthes, it is only group where the pseudocoelom is present. Pseudocoelom, here the space between gut and the mesoderm part of the wall. We know that this group of the animal, the body cavity is not lined by the mesoderm. Instead, that mesoderm is present in scattered pouch like structure in between ectoderm and endoderm. So this is pseudocoelom. Pseudocoelom here it is with a compare the acoelomate and the pseudocoelomate. The difference you can see that the pseudocoelom is only present in Aschelminthes or Nematelminthes or Nematoda. So just note that the here also I told that the mesothelium and the peritoneum layer is absent here. So so that is also I mean you have to keep in mind. Here male and female are distinct, already told. Often female longer than male. Fertilization is internal and development may be direct. Young ones resemble to the adult or indirect. Okay, sometimes larval stages are there, sometimes it is not there. But its life cycle is very complicated. If we see it's their life cycle. So just I am showing you that Phyladian worm, Wuchereria bancrafti. You can see that the human is there, the host, and the mosquito also there. Inside the mosquito, some stages are there. Inside the mosquito, that the microfilaria, the Wuchereria, that 3 stages it can pass. After that, again, when mosquito will bite the healthy person, and here another cycles. Also, here the adult form it is there, male and female form, and reproduction will take place. Now, this type of cycle is there. So, so this is a very I mean complicated type of cycle. You can see that. And the larva stage, larva which is resemble to the adult. We can see this one here. Here is the larva. We can see the rhabditiform larva. Here it is 250 microns length. This is rhabditiform, which looks like that nematodes, but it is a larval stage. And this is the diagnostic. This is the infective stage, the filiform larva, which is much longer, and you can see its structure. It's well developed. Okay. So examples here: Ascaris, roundworm, Wuchereria bancrofti. Just now I discussed that life cycle. Phyladian worm, Ancylostoma, hookworm. So these are under, and several nematodes is under in this. Okay. So just write that point which is here important points. Please note it down. In this, you have to remember that the presence of pseudocoelom, it is its exclusive characteristics. Complete alimentation alimentary canal is also complete. Complete alimentation and sexual dimorphism. I think you know that complete alimentation, it means the alimentary canal, mouth and anus is there. So the first time here we have got the complete alimentation and sexual dimorphism also there. If we compare the platyhelminthes in cross section, it shows this type, and aschelminthes, it is in round in shape. So this is the flat arm, this is round arm. So they are not having coelom, but they are having, at least they are having the pseudocoelom. Okay. This shows the limited development of organ is less, but here the organ system is there and complex system, or we have seen the reproductive system is very much developed. Here it is flat body, here cylindrical type of body. We can move that. Has complete digestive system. Here this is the incomplete in platyhelminthes, but it is having the complete digestive system. Flame cell, it was there for the excretion, and here is the Rennie cells, as it is there. In this case they are hermaphrodite, but they are sexes are separate, and not only separate, but it is identified male and female. Okay, so these are the characteristics that we have got the platyhelminthes and aschelminthes. Okay, next we can study Annelida. All right, thank you.